Hey, welcome to Reviews on the Run. Tommy, Spidey, and I have got a great show all about Comic-Con 2008.
That's right. And we're all going to be doing it right here while we wait for Pikachu to take a poop.
Hey, we've got a great show here at Comic-Con. Tommy and I have been coming here for years and years. I think we got married here a few years ago, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
But when Pikachu's in heat and he's right about to jump you, that's what it looks like. That is one horny Pokemon.
Well, he's very happy
over there.
He's got a big smile.
Anyways,
we're going to do something a little different with this episode.
Yes.
It's kind of taking us into the E3 specials that we've done before. We're going to kind of talk about the show in general. And as we know, Comic-Con has become less about comic books, as you can tell by Pikachu, but lots of other stuff around us. That it's more about culture and pop culture. And there are tons of video games here. And we'll also hit on some of the upcoming movies, comics, and video games that we have to look forward to. Now, you liked the Iron Man film?
I thought the Iron Man film was the third best film this summer.
Yeah.
WALL-E being number 2, and of course, Batman being
Dark
number
Knight,
1. But,
all incredible.
But what about the Iron Man video game? I thought it did some things right.
Looks great.
It looked fantastic.
And they captured that essence of being able to fly and then run in one smooth motion. And the combat on the ground was pretty fun. The combat in the air was pretty fun. But it was just,
it fell short.
Yeah, there was too much repetition, and it was a bit of a mess.
Right.
The Incredible Hulk, I think, fared a little bit better.
So the second movie I thought was better than the first, didn't you? You know, but and we loved the last Hulk
Ultimate
game.
Destruction.
Ultimate Destruction
Classic.
was a great game.
Yeah.
I didn't feel this next iteration of the Hulk game.
Yeah, it looked better because it's on this generation technology.
But I actually thought the last game,
the gameplay was better.
The gameplay was more fun, you felt more like the Hulk.
The WALL-E video game, the movie was a masterpiece. If you haven't seen WALL-E yet, because you think it's a little kid's movie,
no, it's awesome.
You're completely missing something amazing.
Yes.
But the game was empty, and that was partly when we talked about it. Fubar and I reviewed that game, and it was partly because the fiction of the movie, there was nobody to talk to. There was nothing going on in the world, so it's like, what could the designers of the game do, you know? Some of the stuff that came out that wasn't necessarily tied to a blockbuster movie right now was like the Bourne Conspiracy, which was really good. The High Moon Studios guys made a really solid game that felt like a movie.
Oh, talking about comic books and graphic novels thing, what about Conan?
From THQ?
Well, there's a couple of Conan games now. There's the THQ game, which was a very kind of God of War type experience.
And that was last year, but it's still a relevant one.
But what about the new stuff now?
Age of Conan, Hyborian Adventures is absolutely incredible. Beautiful artwork. Love playing that game. Now, going back into the CG animations, I loved Kung Fu Panda.
That was fun.
I thought that was a terrific game. Activision put out something really fun, really solid. It's kind of like a kid's version of Ninja Gaiden. The movie's awesome, and the game is terrific.
But to counter that, how bad did both the Speed Racer and the video game blow?
Well, the game wasn't as bad as the movie. The movie was horrible, and I saw it in IMAX.
From the creators of The Matrix.
Oh my God.
Now you know they've completely gone off the deep end.
It was terrible. It was like one just color smear after another. I fell asleep. The game was okay. I did like the Carfu elements and shaking the Wiimote and crushing other things, but Mario Kart just came out. How do you compete with Mario Kart, you know? You don't. One thing that I did like that is always a big kind of performer here at Comic-Con was the Lost Via Domus game from Ubisoft. And it took a new spin on the storyline. It incorporated a lot of the characters. Some of the cast actually does the VO. And it's an adventure game, a classic-style 3D adventure game. Did you play the Lost game? You haven't yet.
I lost it.
You lost it. You know, good graphics and a very solid title. Now, one game that came out where there was a giant sequel that did very well in the theaters, and the game came out at the same time, but it's not tied to the movie, is Hellboy Science of Evil. And the movie is spectacular. Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, is breathtaking.
And then again, this is another kind of God of War thing, and what a great license.
But underutilized in the game. And so much repetition. That was kind of a missed opportunity, but an amazing movie to see. And if you're a giant Hellboy fan, you're looking for some connection to it, you got to check out the Science of Evil. But probably the best licensed kind of blockbuster game I played so far this year, Fubar and I reviewed it in Washington, D.C., was Lego Indiana Jones.
Yes.
The original adventures. You get all 3 of the original indie movies.
Right.
Did you love the Lego indie game?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I thought that it got a little too tedious during some areas. It feels like
they're expanding on this. I mean, they've learned so much.
Yeah, go here, get this, go to point A, go to point B, collect this, and go there. Yeah. And it almost took a little bit of the fun away. More robust, less fun.
Why has it been so long since we had a great Indiana Jones game? That's my question.
Well, I mean, all we've been hearing is rumors about this new amazing game with all new animations and everything. Yeah.
But where is the new next-gen Indiana Jones game? Where is the new
Spidey knows.
Where is the new Dark Knight video game?
Yeah.
You know, why aren't we playing these incredible titles? Stick around after the break. It's a wrap-up of all the cool movies they're showing off at Comic-Con 2008. The Capcom Arcade Classic is back with a whole new look in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix. All the action you remember is once again here in this reimagined version of the original that helped define the fighting game genre. The backgrounds and sprites have been redrawn in beautiful 1080p resolution. Additionally, the controls remain true to the original. The animations also remain intact to keep the timing of the moves. All of the original 17 Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo characters are here. HD Remix offers the traditional arcade mode along with the training mode. Play by yourself or with a friend, but the big addition is the online play mode. Now you can find an opponent from around the world. There are also comprehensive worldwide rankings and leaderboards. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix is available now for Xbox Live Arcade and the PlayStation Network. It's a great value and a must-have for any fan of the franchise.